welcome back to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires at the Commonwealth. This is Harley. This is my house from Halloween. Um, Built it a while ago. Rarely use it. Most likely going to tear it down. Thinking about filming it first, just so you guys can get a good look at it. But anyway, that is not what I'm doing at the moment. At the moment, we are looking for people's camps to go check out. So the first one we're going to go to is this one right over here, Abigail M's camp. Hopefully they're still there. There's two camps here that are within decent spacing, and the only problem with that is the people that live there are actually at the camps. So either they're going to log off and we're going to crash, or they're in the middle of working on them, which it looks like they're in the middle of working on them. Why, hello. Okay, so I judge camps on a scale of 1 to 10, and if you use a prefab, you automatically get a 2. And this is pretty much just a clock tower or bell tower with all of their necessities in it for working on a camp. I'm guessing they're building at the moment. I'm going to check their inventory and see if there's anything in here that I need to pick up. I'm going to give them a 2 overall. If there's anything in here that you guys need, you might want to look them up. Their prices aren't bad. They've got a few items that are decent. It looks like they're gearing up to work on a church. I mean, that's what I would consider with the tower here. I mean, they could always build something else. But let's go up here and check out the next one, which looks like it's a red rocket station with a water park behind it. Which I've seen things similar to this in Tennessee. Back in the day, they used to do like, you know, little shops in the front, and then you had like the water park things in the back. But that was a long, long time ago. This is their workshop. Nothing big. Just what you need for, you know, what's going on right now at the moment. As I said before, I give camps that use prefabs 2 points automatically. If you use a bathroom or have a bathroom in your camp, I give you an extra point. If you do something cool, you know, building out a prefab really well or building out a camp really well and making something that looks interesting, I give you extra points. The scale is 1 to 10, and you know, it is what it is. This one here is going to get a 2, just like the other one did, because it looks like they're in the middle of doing something, but they haven't really got everything ironed out yet. And they do have the prefabs out at least. But it's not really a house and it's not really a shop. It's just kind of here. But it is what it is. All right. It's most likely these two camps are most likely someone's vendor camps, meaning that these are like extra camps that they're going to use for their characters, or like their extra character camps so that they can vend out, you know, whatever they're trying to sell off. And it looks like these two are just starting off. They're also doing the anniversary challenge stuff by the outfits that they're wearing. Oh, now this one. This one is something else. That tile set is the tile set that goes along with this place up here, the Palace of the Winding Path. Which means it's one of the newer sets. There are technically two different types. You've got the gold stuff here, and you've got a black set. Um, and then you've also got this red set. They're not exact. It's not exactly the same, but you know, it's all one set, but it's just interesting. I don't know if I would have done that, but that's interesting too. Nice kitchen using the new kitchen set, which there should be another one coming out in either the next scoreboard or possibly as another Atomic Shop item. I think there's supposed to be a red one and a white one coming, if I'm not mistaken, and possibly a black one somewhere along in the future, or a silver one, because, you know, they like to, those are the colors they primarily like to release for us to use things with, which is kind of funny. Oh man, they really like this cabinet. I get it, but dude, and it's not a bad display overall. It's just, yeah, yeah. Kind of surprised they don't have the wine rack one out, but at the same time, I'm not, because of the way the house is built. And the fact that the floor is camouflage just, you know, says it all. All right, well. So, as I said before, I give you a score based on a scale of 1 to 10. I give you a point if you have a bathroom, which this one doesn't. It has a workroom. Um, I also give you points for creativity, which this one, I'm not sure if I would call it creative or not. They're definitely utilizing the stuff that they have. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use this one more than just that. I mean, I could see 2 of these in the kitchen area, not one of these. Maybe put your, you know, better booze on it, or even some other items that are decorative. And you can place things, by the way, on these shelves on the side pieces. You could actually place items there if you know what you're doing, like, you know. But oh well. Hmm. And if you're going to use columns, at least have the columns, like, you know, line up together, because this makes me wonder what the hell you're on. I mean, the upper column is in the better position, so I would have moved the lower column over to the upper column's position and tried to place it there. But I know a lot of people don't know how to do that, so I'm going to have to show you at some point. But yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, they built a garden. They built some out here, which is floating, and they've got some in these tiles, which are kind of pointless. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand why you would do this. If you were going to move your camp, these tiles are really, really easily to replace back in location, and you don't have to worry about replacing all the vegetables. However, if you're not going to move your camp, then you just wasted a bunch of budget. And this right here, these guns, although they are in the proper place, they need to be, you just, there are better choices. There's better ways to do it. Let's put it that way. Um, yeah. I'd like to get up and take a look at the roof, but I don't know if I really want to, because the roof on this place is just kind of, from the inside, isn't really that exciting, but on the outside, it might be really cool on top, but I'm not exactly sure because of the way this roof is done. And nor do I really want to, you know, fight with it over much, to be honest, but I can probably, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the roof they went with. So I was right, the roof is actually really cool. But it's still only going to get them, I'm only going to give this place a grand total of a 4. And the only reason they get such a high score is because they did put it all together themselves. It has a bunch of aesthetic choices that I would not make. For instance, if you are going to build with this tile set, why in the world would you ever put neon lights on the exterior? I mean, unless you're trying to show people where your bender is, which I didn't even look in, did I? Why would you even do this? I mean, granted, there's stuff in here that I'll buy, because there's always something that I can buy, especially with this character, because I hardly ever play her. But nothing's really overpriced. Everything's a decent price. And they have a decent variety of things in here. The one thing that everybody seems to place in there, like these things right here. I realize Christmas is coming up, and these will be popular with the new players that haven't gone through a Christmas yet. And so will these standees and things like that. But like, I mean, yeah, just kind of nuts. Hold on, did I see what I thought I just saw in there? Let me just double check. Go all the way down to the very bottom to where the recipes are. Okay, it's Toxic Valley, Forest, and Radaway. If you plans with recipes, you can sell at a higher price rate, which these are. Most of these I would probably price at around 50 to 100 caps. But the reason why I say you can price them at a higher rate, like certain things like these healing items, like the disease cures and the healing salves, they are things that are awarded by doing certain items in areas, like, performing quests or things like that in an area like the Toxic Valley or the Forest region or the Mire or Cranberry Bog. And a lot of people don't do those after a certain point. So you can actually charge a little more for those if you wanted to in your vendors than the base price. And most people won't really complain too much about paying for them because they're plans that they're very RNG. You're going to get a very big roll on them. I'm going to check out Albertus W. Magus's camp real quick, and that's going to be the last one I'm going to hit on this side. Um, as I said before, this camp is just a 4. It's not a bad camp by any means, and it's fairly decent for what it is. It's just it has some really weird design choices, and it's got some really weird interior choices as far as items go, placement, that kind of stuff. So, oh, damn it. Well, this one was a cabin, and it's gone. So I guess I'll go ahead and find one more, which I think there's one down here. Triton Wizards Camp. Yeah, I'll just jump down and check out this one right here. You'd be amazed at how many decent camps I show up at, and because the person is there and they're getting ready to go somewhere, or they're getting ready to sign off because they finished up their stuff for the day, that just magically disappears. Oh, gotta get up. Alright, let's take a look around. So, first thing you notice is they have the Vault Tech set. Floor tiles out. They have some of the stuff already out for the anniversary stuff. They've got these chairs, which, although mildly cool, I kind of hate. I like the cats, though. I don't know where they got all these cats, but that is definitely something that everybody should have, is cats. I mean, there's like 3 cats in this place. Look at that. Cats all over the place. Okay, so up here on the roof, they've got a few instruments, a few other display pieces and items. It's like their brewing station. You've got water purifiers outside and a nice generator over here. A couple camp items, some fruits and veg out, and they're actually planted on the ground. They've got a campfire out. The house is kind of um, hit or miss. Mainly miss. Looks like they've combined the brick set along with the Vault Tech uh, Vault tile set. They've got Grandma as a follower. They've got a toilet sitting down here in the water right by their purifiers. Everything, according to this person, is marked half off, except for Vintage Moonshine, which is, 1 cap. This stuff here is stuff you should just get rid of in general, or mark it down to like within 10 to 15 caps, because everybody gets this by the tonnage. So you're better off just off-selling it as fast as humanly possible if you have it, or just giving it away to new players um, that start out. So that one there, I'm gonna give I'll give it a 3. It's not really great. It's not really horrible. It's not really anything. It just is. This one over here looks like a house. They have their fruit and veg out front, a workstation, their Brahmin, a couple water purifiers. They've got a really nice porch going all the way around the house. And they've got their power set up right here, and it runs along the back side of the house here and along the side here to go out to their water purifiers. They've got a couple turrets. I say a couple because I see the one, but I can hear something else buzzing, which may be another turret, or it may not. House itself is set up as a vendor. You got Grandma as the person that lives here. Ghoul Gal is the camp owner. And we've got, again, some decent things in the inventory if you're looking for something or you need something, check it out. Again, they have the ultrasight stuff. So between this and the camp across the street, you can get a complete set of ultrasight power armor without a problem. You can even get 3 of the mods for it, and you can get the recipe for s'mores, water filters, patio chairs, and cranberry jam, which is also a benefit. You've got your workroom up top. You've got your, I'm going to call it a kitchenette down here. And looks like their personal stash of, goodies in here. So on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I judge everything, including this place. It's not badly built. It's actually built really well. It looks like a house from the outside. It is decorated not the best. The undetonated bomb is right here, by the way. Um, it is not the worst place I have seen. That would be the one of the places we were at earlier. And I mean, it looks like a house. This is when I say it looks like a house, I mean, like if you came across this in the middle of the game, you'd think it was just a regular old house that was here. And the only thing that would give you any kind of telltale that it wasn't is the interior when you got inside and you were looking at it. The fact that they carried out the blue walls on the inside versus trying to do something different with those. And the only real thing that makes it notable that a player built it is the fact that you can see this little door sticking out of the top. By the way, there are ways of getting around that. Um, for instance, you could have used the angled piece that is built for this section and just not even bothered to put in a wall there. And you would have had a nice doorway going in. You could have had the other wall fully done as well, or you could have used the angled piece here as well. That's what they're there for. But a lot of people don't think about that, and some people can't use those for some reason. They just don't seem to get the knack of getting them to snap into place, and I get that. So I don't give you or take away points for, things that you may or may not be able to do. But what I do is I look at the overall build and I say it's a good build, and I'm going to give it a 4. No, I'm going to give it a 5 because this is actually not a bad build. It's not a great build. It's a good starting build. It's like, it has potential. There's a lot that could be done with it. It could be improved. One of the big improvements they could do is just throw out a vault and throw all of their benches into that, or set them out on the porch and decorate their porch with a few of their benches, and then turn the upstairs into a bedroom and throw out some of their, display stuff and turn this into a nice little house. It's not a bad layout at all. It's actually a really decent one. I don't like their choice of wallpaper, but then again, it's the new wallpaper, and everybody's going to play with it for a little bit at least to see what they think of it and to figure out how to use it. And some people are just going to do it during the anniversaries so that they have, look at what I did. I get it. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So, that being said, this has been Ren for Ren's Wasteland Camp Review / Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. We've looked at technically, I want to say there were 5 or 6 camps today. It's hard for me to tell because they really weren't anything spectacular, and the only one that I'm probably going to remember really is this one right here. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and if you happen to wind up in one of these videos, know that I will help you if you're there, and you can always ask questions about anything in the game that you want. I will happily try and answer them for you, and try and give you a hand if I can. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and I will check back in with you later.